Welcome to All About St. Paul, where we feature videos about city services, programs, entertainment, and more.
He's Nick Nelson from the city's video production team.
And she's Liz Wagner from St. Paul Parks and Recreation.
Coming up on this week's show.
Keep the kids busy all summer at your local rec center.
Top city businesses are honored.
Youth compete in real firefighting skills.
Connect with your St. Paul Police Department.
And look who's back on the Parks Landscaping team.
We'll have those stories and a lot more coming up on All About St. Paul. We're coming to you today from Battle Creek Recreation Center. Our rec centers do an amazing job of providing programming for all ages, all year round.
We'll have some ideas to keep the kids busy all summer, but first, some city businesses were recently honored.
For the second year, the City Council has organized a special recognition for the best in local businesses. The winners of the 2018 St. Paul Business Awards were recently honored during a City Council meeting. The awards are given in 8 categories for businesses small, large, new, old, and more. We put together this video highlighting the 8 honorees.
Large corporations, mom and pop shops, and everything in between. They're all part of what makes our city run. And the St. Paul City Council recognizes that with the St. Paul Business Awards.
The idea is for the City of St. Paul to say thank you to all of the local business owners who really make our community great.
The 7 council members wanted business owners to know that they appreciate the hard work that entrepreneurs do.
It isn't easy to own a business, and this gives us a chance to really recognize great businesses all over the city and businesses that we might not otherwise be aware of.
Nominations are accepted in 8 categories. A judging committee made up of fellow owners and local business leaders chooses the winners.
This award being put together to recognize the business owners in town here was quite exciting, to acknowledge these folks and to give them credit and to really appreciate the work that they do, through starting up businesses in an area that may be vacant or providing employment to folks that's in the neighborhoods here.
And the winners of the 2018 St. Paul Business Awards are: the Traditions Award honors those in business for at least 20 years, and Morelli's has been serving the East Side for over 100. Owners Jim and Matt Morelli operate this East Side institution. In addition to beer, wine, and spirits, Morelli's operates a full-service meat market. And be sure to grab some of their homemade pizzas from the freezer section. For a business opened in the last 5 years, Cadence Records and Coffee wins the New Kid on the Block Award. At their Payne Avenue location, friends Greg Schmidt, Matt Grasky, and Chad Medellin are happy to serve you fresh roasted coffee and locally baked goodies. But be sure to leave time to shop for music. Vintage vinyl to new releases, classic rock to indie punk. Cadence also features live performances on the backroom stage from all genres. The Large Business Excellence Award goes to Afro Deli. Also in Minneapolis, you'll find Afro Deli on 7th place in St. Paul. Here, Chef Musa serves a fusion of African, Mediterranean, and American food. The lunch crowds going out the door at times let you know how good it is. Afro Deli supports its employees, the community, and global causes as a socially responsible restaurant. A backyard farm is recognized for small business excellence. Owners Joan James and Colleen Greger design and install raised bed gardens. In the process, they teach their customers to grow their own food. A backyard farm works with kids, group homes, and senior centers and promotes the therapy of gardening. The Alice O'Brien Award salutes a woman-owned business and is named for one of St. Paul's most active leaders of the 1930s and 40s. The award goes to Eyes All Over. Owner Terry Folk believes in hiring and sourcing product locally. Located on West 7th Street, Eyes All Over provides free eye exams through the Phillips Eye Initiative. The Hmong Elder Center receives the Reflecting St. Paul Award, honoring a business owned by a person of color. The Her family operates this adult day facility for Hmong seniors. The center provides activities and meals and embraces cultural values and traditions. The Hmong Elder Center also partners with St. Paul students to provide intergenerational programming that benefit all. The Heritage Tea House Boutique at 360 University Avenue wins the People's Choice Award. Raisha Williams operates this tea house, restaurant, and cultural boutique. Heritage Tea House celebrates the African American history of Minnesota and features live entertainment that reflects the culture. And finally, Grand Avenue Art Store Wet Paint is given the Open for Business Award. This honor recognizes a business that excels across multiple categories. Owners Scott Fairs and Darren Rinney connect creative customers to over 27,000 quality art materials. Wet Paint offers picture framing and facilitates classes by hosting visiting instructors. And those are the winners of the 2018 St. Paul Business Awards.
Often I think business owners see the city as a source of regulation and sort of red tape, and this is an opportunity to put that aside for a moment and say, ultimately, we really appreciate you and thank you for what you do for our neighborhoods.
Well, you can find the list of winners and read more about them on the city's website at stpaul.gov/bizawards. Well, once again, we are here at Battle Creek Recreation Center, and even though it seems as if spring has just begun, now is the time to sign up for summer activities. Liz has more on that.
That's right, Nick. With me today is Community Recreation Coordinator Laura Wingy. Laura, tell me a little bit about Summer Blast.
Summer Blast is one of our free programs that we offer. It's June 18th through August 16th, and it is a free program for youth entering into first grade and then through entering into sixth grade. We offer it at a variety of our rec centers, and it's arts and crafts projects, outdoor play, fitness, and many more.
You also have the S'more Fun program. How is that different?
So S'more Fun is our fee-based program. It is an all-day daycare option, so it's 7 a.m. till 6 p.m., and it's a Monday through Friday program that is offered in 6 different locations. The kids have opportunities to go on field trips. They have arts and crafts projects, gym games, outdoor play, and a variety of different opportunities for them.
You also have a program called Roaming Recreation. Tell us a little bit about that.
So Roaming Recreation is another free program that we offer during the summer. So it runs from June 18th through August 16th, and it's offered in the afternoon and in the evenings at a variety of different passive parks throughout St. Paul. With this unique program, we bring the recreation to the community. So our staff show up at these locations, and they have sports equipment with them, arts and crafts equipment, and just provide quality activities for youth in the community.
Thanks, Laura. Online, you can find information about all those programs and a lot more, including over 100 summer camps and, of course, programs for adults and teens as well. You can find it all online at stpaul.gov/summerfun. Back to you, Nick.
Well, moving on to another kind of youth activity, fire departments across Minnesota create Explorer programs to generate interest in public safety careers. Groups of young men and women do just that, explore the skills, techniques, and culture of firefighting and emergency response jobs. One of the ways is through a special event called the Axe Games, hosted by the St. Paul Fire Department. These future firefighters recently competed in the 2018 Axe Games. Let's take a look at what happens at this one-of-a-kind event.
Working hard. You're almost there. Keep going.
This is our second Axe Games.
Hey, get on it. Go, 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 go.
go. Come on, Quinn. Feet across the line, tag, go.
So we have about 120 kids out here today that are aspiring to be firefighters.
That was awesome. Nice job. High five.
I think it gives kids a good idea of what it takes to become a firefighter, and also how strong you have to be. I mean, it's a physically demanding job.
Keep going. You're good. Keep going. You did it, right? You accomplished your goal?
Yeah.
Yeah? It was worth it, wasn't it?
It's an obstacle course. It kind of has things that to do with firefighting, things that firefighters would do in a real scene. Hardest part is probably dragging the hose.
No, you don't have to be that neat. You're folding the hose. Thank you very much.
So Exploring is a program for youth 14 to 20, and it's meant for them to do just that, explore the career of fire service and emergency services, not only just learning about the career, but also character building, networking, and leadership, and they're learning all of those skills right alongside the skills of firefighting.
The life as a fire explorer. This is great right here.
It's a great way to get into the fire world. I'm hoping to try to get onto a department in the next couple years.
Down, good. Grab the mannequin.
The hardest thing I've done so far is the stairs. It's a time course. I did a pretty decent time of 4:19, so it was fun.
This is my second time here at X Games. I gotta say my favorite part about it is probably just the family aspect, getting to know people from different posts, and just the hands-on experience, for sure. My future goals, I hope to become a full-time firefighter as well as an EMT and continue my schooling as well.
Looks good to me.
You can learn more about Fire Explorers programs from the Minnesota Fire Exploring Association at mn-fea.org.
Staying with our public safety theme, there's a new way for you to connect to the St. Paul Police Department.
Coffee with a Cop is just what the name implies. Here's a short promotional spot to give you the flavor of the event. As you just saw, go to the SPPD Facebook page to find a list of upcoming events. Now, if you would like to get even more involved with the St. Paul Police Department, why not consider a career?
You can learn how to get started anytime by checking their website and clicking on the Step Forward link. And on May 23rd, the St. Paul Police Department is hosting a special Women in Uniform recruitment event. This free seminar is open to women age 14 and older. The event takes place at the SPPD training facility at 600 Lafayette Road. For questions, contact Deputy Chief Mary Nash.
Last summer, I introduced you to a herd of goats that is helping the city combat buckthorn and other invasive species.
Let's take another look at this innovative program and those adorable critters.
St. Paul has a secret weapon in the fight against invasive plant species. Okay, it's not a secret anymore. It's goats. Non-native plants like buckthorn are threatening to take over sections of St. Paul parkland and change its natural character. Well, it turns out goats love the stuff. This small herd will roam St. Paul river bluffs, chomping nasty weeds along the way. Emily Dunlap is with St. Paul Parks and Recreation's Natural Resources team. Emily, why goats?
Well, goats are a great way to remove invasive species such as buckthorn and garlic mustard. They like to eat invasive species, particularly woody species like buckthorn. They also do really well on the bluffy terrain that we have in this park, so they're the ideal animals to use to graze here.
What makes a plant invasive, and what have you got against buckthorn? Isn't it just another bush?
Well, an invasive plant is a plant that isn't native to Minnesota. So, for example, buckthorn is from Europe originally, and it was brought over and kind of escaped into our parks and into our woodlands, and it crowds out our native plants. So getting rid of it is one of the goals in our parks.
This tribe of goats will be deployed to various natural areas, mostly along the river. Don't worry, they'll be fenced in and won't end up munching your flower bed. So just where does the city get its hands on a group of goats, expert in buckthorn removal? From this guy, Jake Langslag, along with his wife Amanda, operate Goat Dispatch. So Jake, how does a guy get into the goat loaning biz?
So honestly, I never thought in a million years I'd be a goat wrangler. Never thought when I was a kid I want to be a goat wrangler one day. We weren't able to use our woods. It was so overchoked with buckthorn. So we brought some goats over, kind of tested it out, and I was just really blown away on how well they were cleaning the woods. And then from then, I had neighbors driving by that were saying, hey, why don't you come over to our property and we'll pay you to have goats graze our yard. And then the next thing we know, we're all over the state and full-time goat wranglers.
Well, that's awesome. You know, people have been using the word goat to stand for greatest of all time. What do you love about goats?
Yeah, I guess, goats are popular. I'll be honest with you right now. Everyone loves goats, and what I really like about them is just going out and watching how happy the animals are when they're working on their jobs. So it's just a real win-win for, I believe, the animals. They have a great quality of life.
Well, we've heard from the humans behind this environmental effort, but what about the real stars of the show? I'm here with Ruby, one of the pros on the Goat Dispatch team. She's no kid, she's been doing this for a while. So, Ruby, I've got to ask you, what's your favorite invasive plant species? Buckthorn or garlic mustard? Have you ever tried goat yoga? Not your thing, huh? Last question. Somebody told me that St. Paul is your favorite city to work in so far. I'll take silence for a yes. Well, there you have it, folks. An innovative way to control invasive species, brought to you by St. Paul Parks and Recreation and the crew at Goat Dispatch.
The goats are working at Crosby Farm Regional Park now, and we'll head on over to Indian Mounds Park next.
Well, it was a long time coming, but spring is here, and with it, the return of St. Paul's golf courses. We'll finish today by teeing up some lovely video and helpful information.
That's our show for this time.
As usual, you can find all of the city's videos online at our YouTube channel at youtube.com/St. Paul Gov. Now get out there and enjoy this weather.
See you next time.
Thank you.